Introduction: Why the Shinkansen is special in the world. There are many high-speed rail systems around the world, such as France's TGV, Germany's ICE, and China's high-speed rail network. However, Japan's Shinkansen is known as something of a unique system among them. The Shinkansen is a massive transportation network with a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour, about 400 million passengers per year, more than 10 billion passengers transported in total. But what makes the Shinkansen remarkable is not just its speed. For example, on the Tokaido Shinkansen, trains run every 3 to 4 minutes during peak hours, making it one of the highest frequency operations among high-speed railways in the world. In addition, since its opening in 1964, there has never been a passenger fatality due to a train accident. So how is the Shinkansen able to operate at such high speeds so reliably? The answer lies not only in the performance of the trains themselves, but in the design of the entire railway system. The Shinkansen is not just a fast train. To understand the Shinkansen, we first need to look at how it differs from ordinary railways. In general, an electric train simply refers to a railway vehicle powered by electricity. The Shinkansen is technically a type of electric train, but under Japan's nationwide Shinkansen Railway Development Act, it is defined as a high-speed railway capable of operating at 200 kilometers per hour or more. Because of its dedicated infrastructure and specialized design, it operates under completely different standards from conventional railways. In other words, the Shinkansen can be thought of as the high-speed elite version of an electric train. In Japan's conventional railway network, called Zairaisen, multiple types of trains share the same tracks: commuter trains, limited express trains, freight trains. There are also level crossings, tight curves, densely spaced urban stations. As a result, typical speeds are usually around 80 to 130 kilometers per hour. The Shinkansen, however, was built under a completely different concept. It consists of dedicated tracks, specialized train sets, a dedicated operation system. Even the track gauge is different. Conventional railways, 1,067 millimeters, narrow gauge. Shinkansen, 1,435 millimeters, standard gauge. This wider track significantly improves stability during high-speed operation. In short, the Shinkansen is a railway designed from the ground up for high-speed travel. Why dedicated tracks matter. For a train traveling at 300 kilometers per hour, the greatest risk is collision. That is why the Shinkansen system is designed with complete separation from conventional lines, zero-level crossings, no freight trains. The tracks themselves are also designed specifically for high-speed operation. For example, on the Tokaido Shinkansen, the minimum curve radius is generally about 2,500 meters or more. On conventional railways, curves of around 600 meters are common. This difference is a major reason why high-speed travel is possible. Air resistance and train design. The distinctive shape of Shinkansen trains has a very specific reason. At 300 kilometers per hour, the biggest resistance a train faces is air resistance. When a train enters a tunnel at high speed, it can generate a pressure wave known in Japan as tunnel boom. To reduce this effect, Shinkansen trains are designed with extremely advanced aerodynamics. For example, the E5 series Shinkansen has a nose length of about 15 meters. This long nose helps reduce the pressure waves created when entering tunnels. Running high-speed rail in an earthquake-prone country. Japan is one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world. To address this risk, the Shinkansen uses a system called UREDAS, Urgent Earthquake Detection and Alarm System. This system detects the initial seismic waves of an earthquake and automatically sends an emergency stop signal to trains. During the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake, many Shinkansen trains that were running at the time were automatically stopped by this system. This technology is one of the reasons high-speed rail can safely operate in such a seismic region. Tracks maintained to millimeter precision. In high-speed rail systems, the condition of the tracks is critically important. On the Shinkansen, maintenance work is carried out every night after the last train. Tracks and overhead wires are measured using specialized inspection trains, and their condition is managed with millimeter-level precision. One famous inspection train is Dr. Yellow, Although the original Dr. Yellow train sets have now been retired due to aging, the inspection technology itself continues to be used through other specialized vehicles and the experience of maintenance crews. Why the Shinkansen is so punctual. The Shinkansen is known worldwide not only for safety, but also for punctuality. For example, the average delay on the Tokaido Shinkansen is less than 1 minute, even including disruptions caused by typhoons or heavy snow. This level of precision is not accidental. It is achieved through several key design features. First, the operating environment is standardized through dedicated tracks. As mentioned earlier, dedicated tracks also play a crucial role in ensuring schedule reliability. Shinkansen trains operate under highly controlled conditions. Dedicated tracks, the same type of trains, the same speed range. In other words, the entire operating environment is almost completely controlled. The second factor is the centralized traffic control system. All Shinkansen trains are monitored in real time by a traffic control center, which tracks their position and speed. For example, on the Tokaido Shinkansen, the control center in Tokyo constantly monitors train locations, speeds, train spacing. If trains get too close together, the system can adjust speeds to restore the schedule. The third factor is the extremely precise timetable design. Even during the busiest hours, trains on the Tokaido Shinkansen run every 3 to 4 minutes. This is one of the densest high-speed rail operations in the world. Because the trains have nearly identical performance characteristics, such as acceleration, braking, and station dwell times, the schedule can be designed with remarkable stability. Because of these factors, the Shinkansen achieves 3 things at the same time: high speed, high frequency, high punctuality. In other words, the punctuality of the Shinkansen is not just about driver skill. It is the result of the entire railway system being engineered for precision. Why the Shinkansen is profitable. High-speed railways around the world often struggle financially. However, the Shinkansen is relatively unusual in that several lines are profitable. In particular, the Tokaido Shinkansen is one of the most profitable railway lines in Japan. The reason is simple. It connects Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka, the 3 largest metropolitan areas in Japan. This corridor generates hundreds of millions of passenger trips each year. Because it links densely populated economic centers, the Shinkansen benefits from extremely strong and stable demand. Conclusion. The success of the Shinkansen is not based on a single technology. Instead, it is the result of multiple systems working together: dedicated high-speed tracks, advanced aerodynamic design, earthquake safety systems, precision maintenance, highly sophisticated traffic management. The Shinkansen is therefore not just a fast train. It is a fully integrated transportation system combining infrastructure, technology, and operations.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Deep Focus Japan for more videos on Japanese society and current issues.